Ip Man. The movie begins in the 1930s, Foshan, China's martial arts capital. Ip Man lives comfortably with his wife, Wing Sing, and their son. He's wealthy enough that he doesn't need to work or teach. Instead, he spends his days sparring with friends and perfecting his Wing Chun techniques. His wife isn't thrilled about this hobby, especially when he ignores their son to practice with visitors. During lunch at home, Master Liao shows up uninvited. He's just opened a new Kung Fu academy and wants to test himself against Ip Man. Wing Chun has made Ip Man famous, and Liao needs validation. Ip Man politely declines, but Liao won't take no for an answer. He proposes a private match, so if he loses, nobody will know. Ip Man agrees, but insists on finishing his meal first. He even invites Liao to join them. Wing Sing watches in disgust as Liao devours everything on the table like a starving animal. He doesn't stop even after the main course, helping himself to desserts and snacks while Ip Man casually smokes a cigarette. After the meal, they head to a private room. A teenager outside loses his kite in Ip Man's yard and climbs up to retrieve it. Through the window, he witnesses Ip Man casually tossing Liao around like a rag doll. Every punch lands with precision. Liao tries everything in his arsenal, but can't touch Ip Man. The fight ends quickly with Liao flat on his back, begging Ip Man to keep the defeat quiet. His reputation as a teacher depends on it. Ip Man agrees to stay silent. The teenager doesn't. He tells everyone at a restaurant that he watched Ip Man destroy Master Liao. When Liao's student hears this, he tracks down the boy and confronts him. The boy insists it's true. Yuan, the young student, demands respect for his master. The situation escalates until Lin, the restaurant owner and Yuan's older brother, intervenes. To humiliate Yuan into silence, he yanks down his pants in front of everyone. The mortified kid runs away while the crowd laughs. Ip Man arrives at the same restaurant to meet his business partner Chow. He apologizes to Liao for the gossip spreading. A police officer named Li Jiao shows up and mocks the Kung Fu practitioners, calling them outdated. He waves his gun around to prove his point, claiming firearms have made martial arts obsolete. Ip Man calmly blocks the trigger with his finger and disarms him in seconds, ejecting the cylinder effortlessly. The cop shuts up immediately. Ip Man explains that Kung Fu may be loud sometimes, but it doesn't make them uncivilized. He even treats Li Jiao to a meal to smooth things over. At home, Ip Man lends Chow capital to open a cotton factory. While discussing business, Lin arrives wanting to show off his new techniques. Ip Man's wife watches from inside as their son approaches his father during practice. Ip Man ignores the boy completely, focused on demonstrating moves. Wing Sing glares at him. Neighbors gather outside asking to see more techniques. Wing Sing finally snaps and chases everyone away, demanding he spend actual time with their son instead of showing off. Life continues peacefully until Jinshan Zhao rolls into town. This wandering fighter challenges every Kung Fu master in Foshan and beats them all easily. At a food stall, he brags about opening his own school since nobody in Foshan knows real Kung Fu. The stall owner tells him he hasn't faced the real champion yet. Jin demands the name. The answer is Ip Man. Jin storms to Ip Man's house with his gang and half the neighborhood watching. He demands a fight. Ip Man refuses because his wife forbids violence. Jin mocks him for being afraid of his wife. Wing Sing overhears the disrespect and tells her husband to defend their family's honor. Jin even promises not to use his hands to make it fair. The insult pushes Wing Sing over the edge. The fight is on. The battle is fierce. Jin is legitimately skilled and powerful, but Ip Man moves like liquid. Every attack flows seamlessly into the next. Jin pulls out a sword mid-fight, desperate to gain an advantage. Ip Man grabs a feather duster from nearby and uses it to disarm and humiliate him. The crowd watches in amazement as a household cleaning tool defeats a blade. He finishes by slapping Jin's backside repeatedly, before Jin and his crew slink away in shame. From that day forward, Ip Man became Foshan's hero. Merchants give him free goods at the market as thanks. But paradise ended in 1937 when Japan invaded China. By October 1938, Japanese troops occupied Foshan. The city's population drops from 300,000 to 70,000. Buildings burn, factories close, bodies line the streets. The Japanese military seizes Ip Man's mansion and converts it into their headquarters. The wealthy martial artist is now homeless and jobless. Despite everything, Wing Sing stays by his side. Ip Man trades his valuables for bags of rice at the market. His friend Chow, who runs a cotton factory, offers him a partnership position. Ip Man's pride won't let him accept charity, so he takes a job at a coal mine instead. Most workers there have martial arts backgrounds. They're all starving. Ip Man even steals scraps of food from the worksite to feed his sick wife. One day, Japanese soldiers arrive with Li Jiao, who now works as their translator. The general announces a tournament. Any Chinese fighter who faces their karate experts will receive rice, whether they win or lose. A young worker named Lin volunteers immediately despite Ip Man's warnings. Many others follow, desperate for food. At the arena, the Japanese general boasts he'll fight 3 Chinese men simultaneously to prove Japan's superiority. Lin joins 2 others against him. The general is brutally efficient. During the fight, he kills Lin with a devastating blow. Blood pools on the arena floor. The next day, soldiers return, recruiting more fighters. Ip Man asks Li Jiao about Lin. The translator ignores him. Ip Man follows them to the arena, where he sees Master Liao fighting. Liao wins his first match and receives rice. Then, he cockily challenges 3 opponents at once. He loses badly. When Liao reaches for his rice bag anyway, Colonel Sato shoots him in the head without warning. The general screams at Sato that this is a place of honor, not execution. Ip Man's rage explodes. He demands to know if Lin was also murdered. Li Jiao admits it silently. Ip Man steps into the ring and declares he'll fight 10 men at once. Li Jiao tries to stop him, but the general grants the request, intrigued. What follows is a massacre. Ip Man destroys all 10 Japanese soldiers with terrifying precision. His Wing Chun flows like water, each strike purposeful and devastating. He doesn't just defeat them, he humiliates them. Bodies drop one after another. The general watches in stunned silence. When it's over, the general throws 10 bags of rice at him. Ip Man coldly refuses them. He didn't come for rice. He came for Lin. The general asks for his name. Li Jiao, terrified of consequences, reveals it's Ip Man. Ip Man takes Liao's blood-soaked rice bag and delivers it to his family personally. Outside, Li Jiao warns him never to return to the mine because the Japanese won't forgive this humiliation. Ip Man slaps him hard across the face, calling him a traitor. Li Jiao protests he's just trying to survive. Ip Man tells him he's surviving on Chinese blood. Jin returns to Foshan and goes to Chow's factory, demanding money. When Chow can't pay, Jin beats him savagely. Chow's grandson runs to Ip Man for help, but Jin is already gone by the time he arrives. Chow begs Ip Man to teach him and his workers self-defense. For the first time in his life, Ip Man agrees to teach Wing Chun. The general becomes obsessed with fighting Ip Man again. He orders a citywide search. Li Jiao warns Ip Man, but 3 Japanese soldiers show up at his house and insult Wing Sing. Ip Man knocks all 3 unconscious instantly. Li Jiao tells him he must leave Foshan immediately. Ip Man agrees and begins planning his family's escape to Hong Kong. At the cotton factory, Jin returns with his gang for revenge. This time, all the workers fight back with their new Wing Chun training. When Ip Man arrives, he brutally defeats Jin using a bamboo pole. He then chases down Yuan and returns Lin's tin container, revealing that his brother died at the hands of the Japanese. Yuan breaks down crying at the news. That night, Li Jiao rushes to warn Ip Man that the general is at the factory torturing Chow. Ip Man surrenders himself to save his friend. Colonel Sato wants to execute him immediately, but the general stops him. Instead, he offers Ip Man one final chance to teach Japanese soldiers kung fu. Ip Man refuses and challenges the general to a public fight instead. The general accepts. This won't be personal anymore. It's about national pride. Japanese karate versus Chinese kung fu. News spreads across Foshan. Everyone gathers to witness history. Ip Man had sent his wife and son ahead to Hong Kong with Chow, but Wing Sing changed her mind. She's never supported his fighting before, but she needs to be there for this. Before the match begins, Sato threatens Ip Man. If he wins, he dies. Japan's honor demands it. The fight explodes into action. The general is skilled and powerful, landing heavy blows that would drop most men. But Ip Man is faster, sharper, more precise. His Wing Chun overwhelms the general's karate. Blow after blow lands until the general collapses in defeat. The crowd erupts in celebration. Sato keeps his promise. He shoots Ip Man in the chest. Li Jiao, finally choosing his country over survival, snatches Sato's gun and shoots him in the neck. The crowd riots. Chinese spectators rush the arena and carry the wounded Ip Man to safety, while his wife screams his name. With Chow's help, Ip Man escapes Foshan and makes it to Hong Kong with his family. The movie ends with text revealing Japan surrendered in 1945. Ip Man established the Wing Chun Athletic Association in Hong Kong in 1967. Over his lifetime, he taught more than 2 million students, including a young martial artist named Bruce Lee. Thanks for watching till the end. Your support keeps us going and helps us bring more awesome stories to life. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for the next movie on Addict Recap.